And when the performance started, I was like, sugarcane. I was like, oh, bitch. I was like, oh, he's going to say it. Oh, sugarcane.
It kept going and kept going. And I was like, oh, this isn't just like some weird, like, cultural thing that plucked out that I don't really understand. Like, I think this is a wedding, guys.
I loved the ending with all the flags and the call outs to all the nations. I just thought that I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. That was so well done.
Today, we're getting into the Super Bowl. Yes, the boring game, the underwhelming ads, and then the halftime show that genuinely had us locked in. And after that, we're pivoting to the Winter Olympics opening and the Lindsey Vonn conversation that everyone is having.
I am a very visceral creature, right? I live in the moment. It's my job. That's what I have to do, is live in the moment. So everything that comes out of my mouth is filter-free and extemporaneous. And that's just kind of how I live my life, man. I have to. I have to be that way.
I have
I have to be fast.
2, 3, 4, 5 pages of handwritten notes here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 index cards of notes right here. If I don't write it down, it's gone.
Okay, but look, listen. I will tell you, there's two parts to that. Number one, if I had notes, which every now and again I'll throw a note together before we get here, just to prep.
Fancy pants.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
hold on.
You know, every now and again. But if I have notes and I'm always looking at my notes, it won't be fresh and raw, right? I'll have to look, I'll have to check, and then I'm studied, and I'm, what do I say here? And that's just not me. I have to come off the cuff. And then the other thing for me is, I don't know. What was I going to say? Notes. You were talking about notes.
You need notes. Are you messing with us right now?
He is.
This isn't funny, Jamie.
This
is literally
it's one
me.
of the best clips.
Oh,
I will
no. This is what I was thinking. So
like,
what
I know
real?
exactly where I'm telling Tim to clip this whole. This is great. I'm great. I just said, I'm like, hold on.
You gotta keep this in. What I love about you two, and the reason that I love coming on and doing this with you guys, is because y'all are so observant. And you guys, when you guys see something, it sounds like you see something, you write a little note down, and you're like, oh, I want to dig deeper into that, you know. And that to me is the perfect foil for me being so off the cuff, because you guys are so meticulous. And I've been saying to myself, oh my God, I need to be more observant, because you guys see stuff that I don't. I mean, I'll watch and I'll observe, but I'm trying to kind of. We can talk about this when we talk about Oscar movies and that kind of stuff, but I'm trying to kind of feel the whole thing. So sometimes I lose the minutia and the double entendres and the deeper meanings that you guys find. And sometimes I don't see that. I'm a forest guy. Y'all seem to be tree people. You know what I mean? Like Bad Bunny.
I'm getting in the trees. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sorry.
Scary.
That was a drug joke for anyone who didn't get that. Well, that's a good segue. We going straight to the Super Bowl?
Yes, that's a great segue, actually.
Okay, first things first is, did you guys watch? And where did you watch? And why on earth did I not watch with Jamie?
So is that directed at me? That sounded very attacky.
No, apparently, I guess, because Paige and Katie had girls' night. What was that, Friday? They discussed it, and we're both realizing that we're all idiots and didn't realize that we should probably hang out and watch the Super Bowl together.
I don't understand why that never was presented to me, but for some reason they talked about it, and then because I assume neither of them really care about the Super Bowl and only cared about the commercials and the halftime show, that's probably why it didn't come up with me. We watched it at home. I had Ben and Ella. We had the girls. We had a couple of neighbors come over with their little girls that are about Violet and Rosie's age. And then we had Jack, Katie's dad, which I knew was going to be an interesting halftime viewing experience. And then we had, after halftime, we kind of switched out. The neighbors left to go put their girls to bed, and then Katie's mom came over. So we had Katie's mom and dad, who are not together, and so that's how we consumed the Super Bowl.
I feel like we have a lot to unpack.
We do so much.
So much to unpack.
So much.
How about you
guys?
We
unpack or do we summarize? We should.
Oh no, we have to summarize. If we unpack, this would be a
okay.
3-hour episode.
Mine is quick. I did it through clips, and I watched the third quarter in real time, but then I did the rest of it through clips entirely on YouTube.
You missed nothing.
No.
I know I didn't. It was amazing.
What a terrible game.
No, don't unpack. And it was entirely alone because I would never bother Kim with that. But
not a football fan.
Hold on.
Or sports.
The Ravens were not in the Super Bowl, so she had no skin in the game whatsoever. So she doesn't.
Fair enough.
She is such a team person. She literally can only turn it on for the Ravens, and then all of a sudden she knows football if it's them. Then if it's not them, it's crazy. Anyways, watched it entirely alone. But I woke up in the middle of the night and she happened to be awake. And I was like, did you see the Super Bowl performance? And she had seen the whole thing. But neither of us know when the other one watched it. And it was the night of the Super Bowl. Like it was like 2 a.m. after the Super Bowl. And we both had seen it, but not together.
Nice.
That's how I consumed it. Okay.
Did you consume any of the commercials?
Yes, I did.
Good.
But as a supercut this morning.
It's a great way to do it. It's a fantastic way to do it.
I never thought of that. I never knew that was an option.
I have done that with past Super Bowls, but I did not do because we watched it. I didn't.
Well, your trauma was still coming through on the next day.
Yeah.
We're gonna circle back.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna circle back.
I am going to unpack a little bit of that.
Yeah.
William?
We went to some friend's house. So I think this is part of why we didn't end up getting together, because we had agreed a while ago, I think, to go to Brittany and Mateus's house, hang out with them and their lovely boxer.
Ooh,
Kingsley, super sweet.
Nice.
Could not stop licking me. And
Nice.
I think there's either I have a disorder or something. Dogs in general always want to lick me. And I don't know. It makes me worried sometimes, but I kind of love it. So I don't care. So we went over there, watched it, just super chill time. Most boring game I've probably ever watched. I don't know what the Patriots were doing in that game. I don't know how they got there. They got their ass beat. And I'm not saying that because I hate the Patriots that way. I'm saying it objectively. They got whooped.
Right. So as an objective football person, and I think most football people would say this, the Seattle Seahawks were the best team in the league by a lot. The only team that could have beaten them, they beat the week before in the Rams. In Seattle's 9-game winning streak to get to the Super Bowl, they gave up 120 points. 68 of them were to the Rams.
Whoa.
Games. So Matt Stafford threw for 5 touchdowns and like 300 and some odd yards in that game. So it just was, the NFC West was just a different animal this year. And it didn't matter what team came out of the AFC, they were not going to hang with the Seattle Seahawks. They were that good.
Damn.
And Sam Darnold was he's a serviceable quarterback. We talk about the Ravens, and the Ravens have had a couple of serviceable quarterbacks that have won them Super Bowls, and that's what it was. Seattle's defense was good. Kenneth Walker III, K9, he deserved that MVP. Even though I would love to have seen it go to the kicker, but K9.
I know.
K9 deserved that.
I died. I was so sad they didn't give it to the kicker, but you can't argue with it. It was,
right. Right. So anyway, that's the football in a nutshell. I think that they, the best team won. Fortunately, there were a little bit of fireworks in the fourth quarter because, it was just about the most boring Super Bowl I've ever watched. up
I mean,
until that
there
point.
were no touchdowns until the fourth quarter.
Correct.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so forget the football. We're done with that.
On to the important shit.
Commercials? We going commercials first?
Yeah, let's do commercials. Will, what are your thoughts?
Overall, very disappointed.
Yes.
The commercials this year sucked. There were two or three that I enjoyed. Loved the Levi's commercial, partly because one, it was just fun, good commercial. Also, we've been over this before. I'm an ass man. So worked out real great for me. Oddly enough, another ass-based commercial, very good. It was Novartis or something. The one with Bruce Arians in it, where it was like a prostate one.
Yes.
And they were like,
Tight ends.
You can unclench your butt. Like
Yeah.
that commercial, fantastic.
That was the winner.
Other than that, I was just like, wow, there's a lot of crypto. I was like, where are all the car ads? And then where it was just like where's Doritos? Where like there was no Coca-Cola. I understand Pepsi, but like there, you can still have a Coke commercial. It was just very weird. And the only explanation I've been able to find about it was linked to the car companies, in that they just don't really think the economy is that great, and the car industry is also not doing super great. So they just decided we're just going to skip spending millions of dollars on commercials for cars that people probably won't buy.
So
Good times.
I texted friends and family because I thought that the Leonard Skinnerd, there was a commercial with Freebird in it.
Mm-hmm.
That did hit me right in the
Was it?
Alabama. Yeah.
What? Okay. I was convinced that this commercial previously existed. I was like, why are they representing this? And they were like, I've never seen
It was the
this.
Budweiser commercial, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Budweiser commercial. I was like, is this not, are they rerunning ads? They don't do new creative. And everyone was like, this is not a rerun. This commercial is new. And I still don't believe it. So like that wasted about 30 minutes of the night of me asking my sister and my cousins. Like, I
Good
was like,
use. Comparatively, yeah.
did you see it? Did you see it? And they saw it and they were like, no, man, I never saw that shit. So that was the Budweiser commercial. And then there was this one with, it was potato chips. It wasn't Utz, Lay's. And I started to cry. And then I checked my period calendar and I was like, oh, this is fine. This is not me. This is not the commercial. But it had this potato farmer talking to his daughter. And I was like, I just miss him so much. And I was like, no, I don't. He would be awful in a farm. What is happening here? And that was a moment for me that I was having during the Super Bowl. And then I wanted chips. And that was it. That was the only thing that happened, is that I was upset about the Budweiser commercial. And the Lay's commercial made me maybe miss going to doctor's appointments with my dad. Maybe. But I was like,
That Lay's commercial was immediately sideswiped and ruined for me, because one of the other people we were at the place with, because I think what the message of the commercial was like Lay's chips made from potatoes grown by American hands for 30 years. And he just leans over and goes, yeah, but who's going to pick them now? I was like, oh, damn. So
I got to come to your
I was like, I had a tear and then it just went whoop right back up.
Well, the segue for me for that is every single AI commercial that ever existed found its way into the Super Bowl, and AI is like, I got your potatoes. So, it was like, for me, it was what stood out as crypto and AI. It was crypto and AI and crypto and AI, and how the Ring is going to save a dog a year by spying on every American citizen.
Yes.
With their doorbells. And then my father-in-law looked at me and went, that's only like 365 dogs a year. That's not that big a deal. And I went, yeah, that's a fair point, Jack. That's a fair point. The other commercial that I thought was a clever play in was the Grogu and the Mandalorian commercial? Did you remember that?
This one.
It started off, and I thought it was going to be a Budweiser commercial,
Yeah.
and it turned out that it was the Tauntauns pulling Grogu. So I thought that
That's funny.
was a nice lead. My biggest disappointment is that there was no Doomsday or Brand New Day trailer. Marvel chickened out, and I'm very disappointed.
Gotta
Chickened
save that
out?
money, man.
Why did they, yeah, I was like chickened out or got cheap.
Well, so here's what I think. I think Doomsday is a long way off, so I get that.
Yeah.
But Brand New Day is end of July or end of June, one of those. So we need to start building up a little cachet here, even if it's just a quick peek at something to get to wet
July.
the whistle.
Yeah.
But the spending was $8 million for 30 seconds of ad time.
Feels like a pretty good deal.
Wow.
I
8
think
million.
I think that might be worth it.
Well, you're getting a lot of eyes. And this
Yeah.
Super Bowl in particular, there were a lot of eyes that may or may not have normally been on the Super Bowl because of the halftime show.
Oh yeah. Well, is that not true every year for the last 5 or 6 years?
I don't know. I feel like this one was really kind of, ooh, what are they gonna do? Kendrick last year was the same,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
we knew there was going to be some things, right?
Yeah.
And how it was going to come out, and then this year it was like, oh, he's gonna. And by the way, it went a totally opposite direction than what I thought, but we'll get to that in a second.
Ooh.
So I think maybe that's why we had a lot of folks tuning in that maybe don't always have eyes on the Super Bowl.
I think that Kanye, God help me. I hate to start a segment or end a segment or say that sentence, but Kanye spent about $7 million for his Super Bowl ad last year. And I remember that number. I was like, what? And then he was like, it was worth it. It was like, that easily paid for itself in what I made back in Bully, because otherwise people didn't know about that album until I took out that.
Sure.
Spot.
All right, so that's the ad portion of the evening. Let's chat a little bit about the halftime show. Stephanie, I know you have feelings.
Do I? Who
Yeah.
said? It was beautiful. I'm just going to start there. Okay. As someone who majored in history and knew I was going to work within Civil War history and knew that was my bread and butter and the story I could tell the best and that I understood the best. But in college, really dabbled in South America and Latin history because I thought maybe I'll get the fuck out of here and I'm not going to be cold. And I was like, I dabbled in it, and it was just 21-year-old Steph in Latin American history class was just like this the entire performance. And I didn't know why at all until I actually found my notebook from my Latin American. This actually happened when I was moving. I found all of my notebooks from college that I had written. And every single class, this professor went through what was their main grain harvest, or like what was their main agriculture, what were they overthrowing, what were their main symbolism for every single country. And it's like, was it bananas? Was it sugar? Was it? And we're just going through each country one by one. And when the performance started, I was like, sugarcane. I was like, oh, bitch. I was like, oh, he's gonna say it. Oh, sugarcane. And I got really excited about sugarcane and then missed it for like the first 3 minutes.
You were too busy pushing your glasses up. Nerd.
Exactly. I lost all my cool when I saw how he started. I hated the costume. The outfit he wore was so unflattering to his beautiful, beautiful, beautiful body and face. But looking on what he did and that it was trying to be like, I guess, a jersey. But then they said his mother's name was on the back. And I was like, oh, okay, no, that's hard. That's okay. That's very.
And you made fun of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that looks like a cheap fucking Zara. And then they were like, sponsored by Zara. And I was like, oh, well,
Nailed it.
who am I? Who am I to judge? And what do I know? And is Zara fire? And I don't know, but I don't think it is. I think it was a structured outfit. And I have lots of other feelings about Gaga and Ricky Martin, but I don't want to step on Menudo or Little Monsters. Okay, we'll say this.
Menudo, Jesus.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I retract my Gaga hate from the Grammys last week. I didn't realize she's in the middle of a great run. And if you take her performances from December to now, I'm a fucking idiot and I apologize. And I hate myself for what I said last week. But I just didn't love the performance of her performing into the camera. But then she was like, did you forget who I am? And I was like, I did. Yes, ma'am, I did. And I'm so sorry.
Did you for 1 second think that Bruno was going to pop up too?
No.
No, he's locked in Vegas, man.
That's what I was going to say, is that he can't afford to leave.
They're not letting him back in California. He's chained to a radiator somewhere, man. He can't get out.
The mafia has Bruno for another decade.
I think there might be a little something more to it, because you'd think they'd let him out just for a quick Super Bowl. No.
It doesn't make enough money back because Jay-Z wants too much of the splits. Like, it doesn't work for the mafia if Jay-Z's in it. He wants too much of the pie. So it's out.
He'd have to come out wearing like a billboard saying, my shows, and list the times.
I was glad he didn't come out. I did not understand the marriage thing that was happening. And I was like, this might be what it feels like to be white and to watch black stuff. I was like, okay. I was like, something beautiful is happening here.
So you know the backstory of it, right? Okay. So that couple,
like I said, I was like a white man. Just treat me. No, I don't know the backstory.
That couple invited Bad Bunny to their wedding. And so Bad Bunny said, I tell you what, I'm not going to come to your wedding. What if we did your wedding at the halftime show?
It was real.
It was real.
Real wedding. So when he strolls down the sugar cane and gets that jewelry box,
I'm going to cry, guys.
Right?
I'm going to cry.
He turns around and hands it to somebody that kind of sets the story and then brings it around to the actual wedding. So
it was real?
It was real.
Lady Gaga pops up, and that was one of those moments where we all went, "Whoa!" She popped up, and it's that meme of what's his name? Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio
Leonardo.
whistling at the screen.
Yeah. So she pops up. One of the best reveals of any Super Bowl guest artist popping out was Gaga popping out. And she's in that blue dress. So the blue dress represents, to me, two things. One, the historic color of the Puerto Rican flag, the original baby blue. Two, something borrowed, Bruno Mars's song. Something blue, Lady Gaga's dress. Something new, Lady Gaga performing in Spanish.
Well.
So
it's in the moment, people. No notes.
It was
awesome.
No notes. It was that was probably my favorite moment. Was that wedding? It was good. Oh, real good.
Now that I know it was real.
Well, the kids and Katie immediately said, I wonder if that's a real wedding.
Yeah, we were like, this feels a little, because they did the cake and so like it kept going and kept going, and I was like, oh, this isn't just like some weird like cultural thing that plucked out that I don't really understand. Like, I think this is a wedding, guys.
Yeah.
It was.
I did not think about Gaga's dress being the light blue, but I was stuck on it with the flag at the beginning. I was like, with the sugar cane and the light blue, I was like, oh, he's going there. I was like, he's starting out there. But I did. Yeah, you're right. Her dress too. That was all a choice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow. Wow.
That was cool.
Okay, I said lots of things. What else? What other thoughts do people have?
One little tiny thing that I do love is that the sugar cane was people.
Yeah.
I love that. It was people dressed up as sugar cane, so they just run out and then
And they
stand in
spent
place
all
and
week,
then run
by the
back.
way, all week rehearsing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because they had to run out to the right spot, and then the sugar cane kind of moved. They didn't just stand still. They did kind of move a little bit to keep the maze kind of flowing.
So you mean they only had a week to?
They only had a week. Yeah.
Which is impressive. Well, I remember like doing indoor drumline, which is like sound the sirens for Nerd Alert. But I mean, we practiced getting on and getting off the court because you only have so much time, and everyone rolls out this huge tarp, and you got to get it off the court in time. You have to has to be like, get it over the line, get it over the line, get it. I mean, it's like it's intense.
Yeah.
There's film of me from 1999 falling backwards at open finals while getting off the floor.
Oh no, we're gonna need to see that
stuff. It's got to be. It was a year we got far, and I was like, "Fuck." Yeah. The 1 year we got far is the year I fall. But we performed well enough that I got to do it again, and I was the last off the floor, and I winked off the floor, and the judges liked it.
Oh, I just do love that you and me were both in Dayton, Ohio in April in 1999 at the Nutter Center.
Of course we were at the Nutter Center. Of course.
That is so crazy.
Oh
it makes a lot of sense, though. I always knew when I was at the Nutter Center, I will see one of these motherfuckers again in my 40s. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's all too weird. You guys are weird. I'm weird. It's weird. Will, other thoughts about Super Bowl? What did you feel about the performance?
I loved it. You know, like I don't speak a ton of Spanish, but I do speak music. And very specifically, I understand that the music bone is connected to my hip bone. And I loved it. It was really fun. I liked Lady Gaga being there. I really enjoy Ricky Martin too. So like him popping in was great. It also reminded me that wasn't there a Latin craze Super Bowl in like the 90s? It was like Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias and like all those guys.
That sounds right.
And it's so funny that back then everyone was just thinking, what fun this is, guys. Latin. Wow. It's like the music they play at the Mexican restaurant. And like now it's this whole thing, and it was just very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. I was super curious about the Toilet Paper USA halftime show and how that went. But we don't have to get to that yet. Yeah, Bad Bunny was wonderful. I've loved watching him over the last 2 or 3 weeks too, as well, because he's just been kind of saying what he wants to say and doing what he wants to do and being very unapologetic for it, and just felt good. Like free speech is pretty chill. Like it's kind of a cool thing.
That is a fact.
All right, so here are my hot takes. My favorite part was the wedding. Obviously, just well done. I loved the ending with all the flags and the call outs to all the nations. I just thought that I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. That was so well done. And not only that, I mean, he's calling it out and the beat is underneath it and everybody's moving and it's this whole feel. It was just really, like I said, look, I mean, my hairs are standing on end. It really was a really intense, well done moment, which the crescendo hit just really well. And his message was beautiful. His message was gorgeous. And that to me, I don't love taking the high road, especially when we're dealing with an entire segment of people that are taking the low road. But we see it again and again and again when the people in Minneapolis take the high road and they're protesting peacefully and they're doing what they're doing. And we see it now with this Super Bowl halftime show. They take the high road. They're not going to stoop to the level of name calling and pettiness and revenge and all of that. So it was really nice to see. And I don't know. I mean, he's a better man than I was. I don't know that I could have made that choice, you know? I loved the Ricky Martin moment. I thought the Ricky Martin moment was a lot of fun. My man looks good.
Holy shit.
What is in that fountain? Holy shit, dude.
Well,
I think it's a little
hold
bit
on.
of Botox.
Botox
Maybe a
at
little
some
bit.
point. But wait a minute. He looked good. He also looked like a Lawrence brother, though. And that's okay.
He did.
I,
You're right. You're
we
not
love the
wrong.
Lawrence brothers.
You're
They
not
are,
wrong. He's a
listen,
more flavorful Lawrence brother.
he looks like a more flavorful Lawrence brothers
Yeah.
now. But I was
All
like,
right.
I love them. That's not a mistake.
I can go with that.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, great.
I
He
do
looked,
love
he
that
looked
all.
good.
Yeah, I do love that all of the businesses that he showcased were real. One of
Yep.
my favorite things, and I don't know if you guys have done this or not, but go back and find reaction videos from all the people that he mentioned.
Yeah.
And they're really emotional.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see that.
I
talked about the country thing a little earlier. There were a couple of people, like there was this Ecuadorian family that was watching, or they're American, but they were Ecuadorian by lineage, and he says Ecuador. Leading up to him saying it, they were like, nobody ever mentions Ecuador, and he dropped Ecuador in, and they just went nuts, and that brings tears to my eyes because, just seeing people feel seen is really incredible. It really is awesome. All right, now, I frankly, musically, thought the first part of it was a little less than the second part of it. It really hit when he hit the wedding, and then it took off from there, right?
When the lights went out?
So, and that's my other favorite part. God, there's so much good shit.
The
light poles. The light
poles is what got me. That's when I was going through the notebook and I was like, oh, the power grids.
Well, and not only that, total throwback to the hurricane, right?
Yes.
The stadium lights are flickering. Oh my God, it was awesome.
Why
it was awesome.
So impressed?
And Rosie said, he should get down. It's wiggly.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sweetie.
From the mouth of babes.
Yeah. But I thought the first part, and again, this is not, I don't know Bad Bunny's music very well. I know a couple of songs. I've listened to it a few times. But the first part of it was it just was a little slow for me. It was so visually stunning that the music was secondary.
Yep.
I was trying to follow the story because obviously I couldn't follow the lyrics. So I was trying to follow the story that was being painted, and the music kind of fell off.
Did you think that it had done that well? Did you think that the music, I thought it was a great story from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
The story was unbelievable.
Yeah.
From the beginning. The story was unbelievable from the beginning. And I think it overshadowed the music a little bit. Just from a technical.
But do you think that may have been on purpose, though? That it's like they knew it'd be so visually stunning. So like they let the visuals and the camera movement and him weaving through the sugar cane and all that stuff, like kind of let the story visually build, knowing that there's a lot of non-Spanish speakers who are going to be watching, listening.
Well, I was like, oh, Cardi's there. Okay. All right. We're going. This is how I was on my phone. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, Cardi's there. Okay. I didn't see Jessica Alba, but I saw Cardi sitting in the white chair. And it's like, I don't know what's happening, but Cardi got the right people.
She had to be there. I mean, Stephon Diggs was in the Super Bowl, so.
She doesn't give a shit about him. She's
not anymore.
The number one female rapper right now.
Not anymore. But I thought
is he going to jail? Did I hear that right?
As soon as the Super Bowl was over, I was like, where is Stephon Diggs' affidavit? Like, lock him up. It's over.
Oof. If I'm going to rank Super Bowl performances,
yes.
I think I enjoyed Kendrick's a little more than
From
this.
25, New Orleans.
Because of Serena.
Oh, fucking Serena. That is the GOAT.
That is my special occasions only iMessage sticker is her like hands up. That's the one I pull it out. If you see that sticker, I'm not fucking around.
She's coming back, by the way. So Venus got the wild card for the Australian Open, and she actually made some hay. Won a couple of games, won a couple of rounds.
This is greedy now.
And now I feel like Serena is going to come back so that she and Venus can win the doubles title.
Listen, GL1Ps are a fucking miracle. Let her ride.
Dude, they're gonna walk straight through the doubles.
She's gonna walk in there at 175 and kick the shit out of it.
I mean, listen, she's amazing, dude.
She's the best of all time. Can I just say, you judging what you might have liked more? So there was Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, there was Usher.
Yep.
In 2024. And before then, it was Rihanna, a pregnant Rihanna, which I remind people. And y'all told me to go fuck myself, but I feel like that should have an asterisk by it. But
I hate
everyone. I hate everyone. I hate all white people who wrote this because all of you say the same thing on this. I don't know how this is racism, and I don't know how that no one will hold Rihanna accountable for this pregnancy situation, but I will. Okay.
I'll take it.
I couldn't hold Dana Owens accountable. I can hold Rihanna accountable. Okay, 2022 is Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg as dip in the toe of Kendrick to signal he's coming in the Mary J. Blige. 2021 is The Weeknd, which I don't know if either of you remember that performance.
I do. Absolutely. It was like him alone in a maze.
Correct.
Through a maze. That's right.
Correct. There was no other performer. In 2020 was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez in Florida, featuring Bad Bunny, J Balvin, and Emmy Muniz.
Okay. So
that's the list.
I barely remember that one.
I can tell you, well, that one was high energy. It was a lot of fun to watch. I
mean, those hips don't lie.
The hips don't lie. I enjoy, and we were all in just absolute awe of J-Lo's fitness level at that point.
Remember that.
I mean, it was just...
I remember J Balvin was big in 2019 in clubs. And then the pandemic hit, and I was like, I wonder how he's going to survive. And I think he just got bigger, and I was like, I don't know how this is happening. But J Balvin is huge. Yeah.
So I enjoyed that one. That one, I'm not going to rank them because that's silly.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's tough to rank.
But like if you were gonna just give it a try. Like I mean, we're not taking it serious, but just
I can give you a favorite. And then The Weeknd. I liked The Weeknd just because I feel like that opened some eyes to who he was. Again, a whole crowd of people that had never seen The Weeknd that were able to go, oh, that's not bad. And I'm always down.
I enjoyed that one.
To them, they have no idea who this guy is, right? And this was before it had gone so far right left that you could actually look at a performer and go, I kind of enjoy that, and not worry about, is he American? Is he black? Is he white? Is he,
I feel like with that one, though, there was a fair amount of COVID stuff that, like, people were...
the COVID performance, because no one big wanted to come out. The fuck you talking about? The Weeknd is still nobody compared to everyone else on that list.
Of course not.
Don't know what happened in 2021. He was just the only one with COVID more than anyone else who was willing to come out and do this. Because I don't understand it. I don't. I can't believe that The Weeknd even made your top favorites. What is going on?
Not top. I'm going in order.
Oh.
J-Lo and then The Weeknd, right? That was the next one.
You're right. That's 2020, 2021.
All right.
Now we're okay. We're going in
credit. I told you I'm not.
We're going chronologically. Yeah. Okay, so 20. All right. That was enough on The Weeknd's performance in 2021.
I'm trying to be,
it feels like you just ranked him number one, bro.
It sounded like you ranked The Weeknd number one.
My Weeknd tattoo.
I mean, you didn't forget about the balls on that one. Is all I'm saying.
All right, who was after week?
2022 was Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick.
The West Coast rap. Okay.
But featuring 50 Cent and Eminem.
Right.
That Super Bowl halftime show made me furious. That we in Atlanta got fucking Maroon 5 and Adam Levine's goddamn nipples.
The worst.
I was so pissed when I heard that. I hated that halftime show. I think we muted it, and I just yelled at the top of my lungs the whole time. And then the West Coast one happens, and I loved it and hated it equally.
You were
I
mad
was
as hell.
so, it was like a one person mosh pit. Just
that-
like punching in the air, so mad, but god damn it, my hips were like, they were on the fucking beat.
No, they weren't. They were on the up. Not on the beat. Come on, man.
They were on the 1 and 3, but that's
Man, I
fine.
play drums. I know which one is which. Don't give me that. Don't give me that
So
shit.
Roc Nation was not responsible for Adam Levine, correct?
No.
Okay. That
They started
tracks.
their production in 2019 with
Okay.
with Shakira, or 2020. They got the
Yeah.
relation. There was a picture of Jay-Z and Roger Goodell on a boat together in 2019, and people were like, what the fuck is this? And then
Epstein
starting in
Island?
2020,
Yeah, where was that boat going?
Yeah, they're checking out some recently
Hold
opened up property.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Jay-Z
Okay.
has the ultimate say in who has the halftime performer each year. And at some point in the last 2 years, Apple has come in as the major distributor,
Sure.
but that's only been in the last, I would say, 3 years. That was not the case in 2020, 2021. Maybe that started with the Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop one.
Yeah. I liked that one. I was that was the year the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was.
So and it was in SoFi Stadium.
SoFi, yeah,
So
that was a good one.
It was a perfect storm for me. So
Well, you're an East Coast rap guy, right?
I'm more East Coast than I am West Coast, but that's kind of a lie because I do love Snoop.
Snoop Dogg is like global though.
Yeah.
The Snoop Dogg
I
performance.
kind of feel like Eminem is too. I mean,
he is.
Too.
Yes.
Eminem,
Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg, I guess, are no longer. Are they? They're West. Well, Dr. Dre and Snoop are West Coast based, but they're not. They're globally loved, right?
I think that's right.
I think so.
Dre's doing commentary on the Olympics.
That's
what's happening.
And Snoop's doing opening ceremony stuff.
Yeah. So I liked it. I thought it was good. I think I was looking for some more pushing of the envelope out of them that didn't really materialize.
So I took it as Kendrick's part. So Kendrick has a 25-second piece at the end of that performance, and it doesn't match anything else that happens, but it totally matches Kendrick's energy for the next 3 or 4 years.
Sure.
And it's a very weird section, and he looks so small, but he's very militant and aggressive. And I was like, I don't know what this is until last year. And I was like, oh, he was trying out. This is so cute that he tried out for the Super Bowl and then got the Super Bowl. That's how I look back on that performance from him, where I was like, he helped give it some militancy because all of these people have capitulated to pop culture. I mean, this was the biggest
what it felt like.
Well, yeah. And then you had Kendrick Lamar there, who was like aggressively. And then you have 2023, which you two have both said is so great with Rihanna. I feel like
let's not blow it out of the water. It was okay. Like she was clearly just kind of like, I'm here. That was the vibe. Was like, I made it and I'm standing. You're welcome.
I think
I'm going to get in trouble for this.
Yeah, go for it. Do that.
But my wife knows this, so it's okay. I have a thing for pregnant women.
Yeah, I could tell by the first time you were okay with this performance. I was like, okay, he's one of those.
Bruh, I can smell a placenta on a woman.
Oh.
She can be 2 months pregnant, and I'm like, pregnant. There's just a woman glows, and it just for me is like,
that's a real vibe, Jamie.
Rihanna performance, I say that it's FMLA rules. It's like, okay, you're on family leave, and whatever you guys have to say about it, there's nothing we can say about it. But it was my take on her whole career. 2021 with The Weeknd and 2023 with Rihanna, I was like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
If that was just like off years. It's like, we're going to take a break this year.
I know it was on for someone. I just never seemed to get along with that type of person.
Who else was in the Rihanna Super Bowl?
No,
it was just her.
It's just her. She didn't have anybody else pop up.
And
that was the one part of that one was, yeah.
That's what set me off. I was like, so bitch, you're coming out 7 months. I'll say it. You're coming out 7 months pregnant and doing this performance, and there's going to be 500 people around you, and you don't think you need another star with your voice. Are we being very serious right now? You are not vocally gifted enough to stand there by yourself without another star for that long, and yet we endured it. I don't understand it with Rihanna or The Weeknd, frankly. Vocally, they could not stand up there, and they don't make anyone else stand up there. Usher Raymond III had Ludacris, Lil Jon, her, Jermaine Dupri was skating. That's a whole fucking thing.
Is that the one that
the Atlanta?
Did Ludacris have the big hands in that one?
Yes.
God, I need to go back and watch that one again.
And Usher can stand flat-footed and sing. I don't know why people think The Weeknd or Rihanna could do that. But yet,
Roc Nation. It's really Jay-Z.
And that's where we get to the heart of things, is that it is not just what people think. It's just that fucking guy.
Yeah, Mr. Z, what were you thinking?
All right, so let's wrap up the Super Bowl before we jump into one or two comments about the Olympics. Overall, I enjoyed the Super Bowl because I was surrounded by family.
And fuck the Patriots.
And the Patriots lost. So it's just a tremendous love of mine. And I at least my family had a couple of moments of joy with a touchdown here, a touchdown there. I told them all year long, the Patriots are a year away. They're too young, and they have the most porous offensive line in the NFL.
I was kind of high, and I was watching the Olympics in the opening ceremonies, and Mariah Carey started singing. And I was like, where are the Olympics? And I started to Google, and I was like, oh, okay. She's singing opera at the opening ceremonies in Milan. And I was like, her mother was an opera. I listened as someone who listened to the biography of Mariah Carey 3 times on Audible, because I like to listen to the voice of Mariah Carey. I know her story as she's told it. And I was like, I know her mother was an opera singer. She might have even been a little bit Italian, but I don't know why Mariah Carey was there. And I still don't know why Mariah Carey was singing at the Milan opening ceremonies. Do either of you know? Because I didn't.
I have no idea.
Especially with the talent of actual opera singers in Italy.
I was gonna mention, I know her mother sung opera, but it would be weird because I thought opera happened in that city first before it ever came here.
They did that in Paris though too. They had a couple of American. Maybe it was Gaga. Did they have Gaga at the opening ceremonies of the Paris Summer Olympics? It might have been Gaga.
I don't know.
They had somebody that I was like, why is Paris and France celebrating an American artist?
I'm still very confused by this.
I like Gaga. I don't mind Mariah Carey.
Well, I was generally confused during the entirety of the opening ceremonies when they were doing all the athletes walk out, because I guess it was actually like an infomercial for Shaun White and all of his new brands in every place that he's traveled throughout the world.
It's his first Olympics not competing.
Oh, yeah.
But also,
poor guy.
He got zero training in what to talk about. And if he did, it
ain't for everybody.
He brain dumped it. It was like he had some moments where it was really fun, and then it would like devolve into like, oh, I know this guy. Like he and I went skiing in like some place. Like everybody should go there. I know a great helicopter pilot. I'm like, dude, please stop. Please stop, man. Like you keep going. I like, please tell me about another. There was like, oh, we got stuck in a snowstorm and like, it was so great because we were able to do all this testing for this new brand. I'm like, well, you got to say the brand at least, dude. Like you got to tell us. There's no payoff. You're just telling me the story. God, killed me.
3 times.
Sweet guy,
I
though.
did say, oh, this is his first time. like 3 times. And I gave him all the grace in the world and never gave it a second thought because I was like, he can't compete. This is all he can do. So we're going to let him try. It's not like Tom Brady, who wouldn't take the fucking broadcaster job after his job was over.
Yeah.
He just went around saying, I'm going to be a broadcaster. I'm going to be a broadcaster. When, Tom? When are you going to go to work? But no, Sean can't ski.
There are two names that I was going to throw out.
Okay.
TB12.
TB12, always.
TB12's first year doing it wasn't awesome. He's gotten better.
He's gotten way better.
Way better. It wasn't awesome, though. And the other one is Alexi Lalas. If you watch any soccer at all, listening to Alexi Lalas comment on soccer makes me want to rip my eyes out and shove them in my own ears so I don't have to listen to his inane commentary.
I feel like he has like 20
I don't know dick
catchphrases
about soccer.
Yeah, he says the same shit over and over again, if I'm remembering correctly. And he's one of those guys, it's like the phrases aren't even descriptive of what's happening. It's he's got a lot of grit.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of grit happening on the field right now. I'm like,
bro, you weren't even good. Stop it. You weren't even the best player on the team. Knock it off. He drives me crazy.
Hey, what do we think of if our ACL has surgery?
This is great. So we had only one prediction in our house leading into the Olympics, and it was Paige, and she was like, that lady's gonna break her leg. Like she's gonna crash out. It's gonna be bad. She's like, she's either gonna just destroy that knee or she's gonna break her leg or something like that.
So here's my deal with this, the ACL thing is, if you are a hyper competitive, top of your game at a sport, and you get to compete for the world once a year, you're going to do everything you damn well. It's like Ronnie Lott cutting his finger off in the Super Bowl, man. It just is. This is what's happening. Oh, you didn't know that story, Steph? Oh, I will get back there.
Okay.
So Lindsey Vonn goes out. She tears her ACL. She comes back and she trains. Only a couple of weeks between the tear and the thing. She trains, but I wouldn't say she trains because there was not that much time. She gets on the slopes and she comes off. She's a hyper aggressive skier. She comes off the hill and she takes the thing a little too close, clips the flag, goes down. That had nothing to do with her ACL. That wasn't her ACL that went out. Now, had she gotten down... No, it had nothing to do with her ACL.
Just devil's advocate. Let's just say you've torn your ACL. Mm-hmm. Might that affect your ability to stay in a crouched position and hit a turn?
It was too
early. The way that you know to. Just
too early.
I'm about that. Have you ever torn your ACL, Jamie?
Yes. No, I have not. So here's where it would have gotten hairy. She would have gotten halfway down the slope and she would have hit the left-hand G turn and her knee would have gone for sure.
During the open ceremonies, they were doing these flash images of when they were kids and they were reacting to watching themselves as kids do an act. And they finished with her and she was just hurtling down the slopes as quickly like someone was going to die. Yeah. And she was like, I've just never known any other way. And it ended with her. And I was like, that's how you end up here at 41. And I was like, fuck them.
Yeah.
And then it turned into the opening game.
Like it is
they
awesome.
got me with Lindsey Vonn at the end where they were like, 40-year-olds, stand up. And I was like, stand the fuck up. It's our Olympics too. We're not dead like our parents at 40. That's what Lindsey Vonn did for me. And then she went tumbling and I was like, Queen. Yeah. Okay, Jamie. Okay, Will. This is great. We're going to talk about some more awards later.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the dunk contest.
Yeah. See me at the dunk contest.
We're going to have a heart-to-heart about the current state of the NBA at some point.
Yeah. It's not great.
I really feel like get off my lawn. And I don't like feeling like get off my lawn.
Okay. Okay. The All-Star break is a great time to do that. Let's just not.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't do that right
Put
now.
a pin in it.
Yeah.
Put a pin in it. All right. Good night.
All right.
Great
Thank
job.
you, guys.
That is it for us this week. We'll see you next week. But if you want to go check out any of the articles, clips, and full episodes that we're publishing, head on over to www.takeitpersonalpodcast.com. We'll see you next week.